I salute the divinity within each and every one of you. I bow to the infinite power that resides, often sleeping, often ignored, within the temple of your bodies. I have traveled across your world. I have walked through your mighty cities, where buildings scrape the sky, and lights turn night into day. I have seen your technology. I have seen your machines that speak across oceans, your carriages that fly without horses. You have conquered the external nature. You have enslaved the lightning to do your bidding. You have mapped the stars. But as I look into your faces today, I do not see the glow of conquerors. I do not see the fire of masters. I see eyes that are tired. I see shoulders that are bent, not by the weight of labor, but by the weight of worry. I see brows furrowed with anxiety. I see a civilization that has gained the whole world, but is in danger of losing its own soul. You are running, 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 running. But where and for what? You have comfort, yet you have no peace. You have connectivity, yet you are lonely. You have medicine, yet you are sick with a disease that no pill can cure. What is this disease? I tell you, it is the disease of weakness. There is no sin in this world. There is no misery in this world that cannot be traced back to this one cause, weakness. Why do you lie? Because you are too weak to face the truth. Why do you steal? Because you are too weak to control your desires. Why do you hate? Because you are too weak to love. Why do you suffer? Because you are too weak to stand up and say, I am the master of my fate. The time has come to speak the truth boldly. We have wept long enough, no more weeping. We have been soft long enough, no more softness. The time has come for a gospel of iron. The time has come to cast off this skin of the sheep and roar like the lions you are. The hypnotism of the modern world. You may ask, Swamiji, why are we like this? We are educated. We are civilized. I say to you, you are hypnotized. From the moment you were born, the world has been whispering a lie into your ear. Parents, teachers, society, your media, your books, they all whisper, you are small, you are limited, you are fragile, you are a victim. They tell you that you are merely a body, a bundle of flesh and nerves that can be hurt, that can die, that needs constant comfort. They tell you that your happiness depends on the approval of others, on the number of likes on a screen, on the size of your bank account, and you have believed them. You have hypnotized yourselves into weakness. I remember a story I often tell. There was a lioness, heavy with cub, who went hunting. She saw a flock of sheep, jumped upon them, and in the effort, she died giving birth. The cub was born there, among the sheep. The sheep brought him up. He grew up eating grass. He grew up bleating like a sheep. Ba, ba. He thought he was a sheep. He would run in terror when a wolf came. Imagine this, a lion, the king of the jungle, running from a wolf. One day, another lion came. He saw this massive beast in the midst of the flock, eating grass and bleating. He was astonished. He ran towards the flock. The sheep ran, and the sheep lion ran with them. The older lion pursued him. He caught him, and the sheep lion began to cry, "Don't eat me. I am a poor little sheep." The older lion dragged him to the edge of a clear lake. He said, look at your reflection in the water. Look at my face, and look at yours." The sheep lion looked. He saw the mane. He saw the mighty jaw. He saw that he was exactly like the lion. And in that moment, the hypnotism broke. He let out a mighty roar that shook the forest. The sheep nature vanished in an instant. Sisters and brothers, I am that lion. I have come to drag you to the mirror. I have come to tell you, you are not sheep. You are not these weak, miserable little bodies. You are not these restless, anxious minds. You are the spirit. You are the Atman. You are the infinite. Infinite power is within you. Infinite knowledge is within you. Infinite bliss is within you, but you have forgotten it. You are behaving like beggars when you are sitting on a pot of gold. Strength is the only virtue. If there is one word that you must remember from my lips today, one word that should burn into your brain and course through your veins, it is this: strength. Strength is life. Weakness is death. Strength is felicity. Life eternal, immortal. Weakness is constant strain and misery. Strength is the one medicine for the world's disease. Does a strong man fear the future? No. Does a strong man complain about the weather? No. Does a strong man blame his stars, his destiny, or his government for his condition? Never. It is the weak who blame. It is the weak who complain. It is the weak who sit in corners and weep. I look at the youth of today, so much potential, yet so fragile. You wilt under the slightest pressure. A little failure in an examination, and you are depressed. A harsh word from a friend, and you are shattered. You are like distinct blobs of butter, melting in the sun of life's challenges. This must stop. I want nerves of steel. I want muscles of iron. I want a will that is gigantic, a will that can quake the world, a will that says, I will drink the ocean if I must. I will crumble the mountains. That is the spirit I want to see in you, the definition of sin. People ask me often, Swamiji, what is religion? What is morality? In the past, you have been given long lists of do's and don'ts. Do this, and you go to heaven. Do that, and you burn in hell. I do not believe in such shopkeeping religion. I give you a simple test, a touchstone by which you can judge every action, every thought, every book, every job in your life. Here is the test. Anything that makes you weak, physically, intellectually, or spiritually, reject it as poison. Does a certain thought make you feel small and helpless? Reject it. It is not the truth. Does a certain habit drain your energy and cloud your mind? Reject it. It is poison. Does a certain company of friends make you cynical and lazy? Reject them. They are dragging you to death. Truth is strengthening. Truth is purity. Truth is all knowledge. Truth must be strengthening, must be enlightening, must be invigorating. If something makes you weak, know for certain it is untruth. Kick it out. My friends, the world does not need more machines. We have enough machines. The world does not need more smart devices. We have enough intelligence. The world needs men. And when I say men, I mean humans of character, men and women of grit, of fire, of fearlessness. 100 such men and women could revolutionize the world, just 100. But where are they? Everyone is busy protecting their little ego, hiding in their comfort zones, afraid to step out, afraid to struggle. You say, but Swamiji, life is hard. I say, good. Let it be hard. Do you think heroes are made in comfort? Do you think the diamond is formed in a bed of roses? No. It is the immense pressure that creates the diamond. It is the friction that polishes the gem. Welcome your struggles. Welcome your difficulties. They are the hammer and the anvil upon which your character is being forged. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray to be a stronger man. Do not pray for tasks equal to your powers. Pray for powers equal to your tasks. Stand up. Stand up and be free. What have you to fear? If you are the spirit, the sword cannot cut you, the fire cannot burn you, the water cannot wet you, the air cannot dry you. You are the immortal. Who can hurt you? Who can stop you? It is only your own mind that stops you. It is only the ghosts of your own doubts that haunt you. Today, we are going to exorcise these ghosts. Today, we are going to lay the foundation of a new life, a life of power, a life of focus, a life of intense action and immense peace. Are you ready to throw off the sheepskin? Are you ready to stop the bleeding? Are you ready to hear the truth that will make you free? Then listen. Listen not with your ears, but with your soul. For I am about to tell you how to build this temple of strength, starting from the very ground you stand on, starting with your own body and mind. The physical foundation. First, let us speak of the instrument. We have spoken of the spirit. We have spoken of the infinite power. But where does this power reside? It resides here, in this body. You cannot play a divine symphony on a broken violin. If the strings are loose, if the wood is rotted, the music will be discordant, no matter how great the musician. In the same way, you cannot express the infinite power of the soul through a weak, sickly, and neglected body. I see many of you nodding, yet I know your minds. You think, but Swamiji, we are intellectuals. We are spiritual seekers. The body is just clay. Why should we care for it? Isn't the body an obstacle? I tell you no. The body is not an obstacle. The body is the temple of the divine. It is the primary instrument of Dharma. There is a dangerous idea that has crept into our society that to be spiritual, one must be weak, pale, and bloodless. You see these people, half-starved, eyes sunken, no energy to lift a finger, claiming they are practicing asceticism. I say, that is not asceticism, that is disease. That is not spirituality, that is lethargy. The gospel of football. Let me say something that may shock you. Let me say something that the Orthodox priests will not tell you. You will be nearer to heaven through football than through the study of the Gita. Yes, you heard me correctly. Why do I say this? Because to understand the Gita, you need strength. Who is the Gita spoken to? Is it spoken to a monk sitting in a cave? No, it is spoken to Arjuna, a warrior, a prince, standing in the middle of a battlefield with arrows flying and chariots roaring. It is a gospel of intense activity. How can you understand the mighty genius of Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, with your weak muscles and your stagnant blood? You cannot. You need a little strong blood in your veins. When your body is firm, when your muscles are strong, you will understand the world better. You will understand the Upanishads better, and you will understand the glory of the Atman better. If you have a strong body, your mind becomes strong. When the blood circulates freely, the brain gets the oxygen it needs, and you can think high thoughts. But if your liver is sluggish, if your digestion is poor, your mind will be filled with gloom. You will see the world as a dark, miserable place, not because the world is dark, but because your body is toxic. The physiology of courage. Modern science tells you that the mind and body are connected. Our ancient yogis, they knew this thousands of years ago. They taught us that the human being is made of layers. The outermost layer is the Annamaya Kosha, the physical body. Inside that is the Pranamaya Kosha, the energy body. If the physical body is weak, the energy cannot flow. If the energy cannot flow, the mind becomes unstable. Do you see the connection? You come to me complaining of mental anxiety. You say, Swamiji, I cannot concentrate. My mind is jumping like a monkey. I ask you, how is your body? Do you exercise? Do you breathe deeply? Do you eat pure food? No, Swamiji, you say. I sit in a chair all day. I look at screens. I eat food that is dead. Then how do you expect to have a mind of steel? A stagnant body breeds a stagnant mind. A weak body breeds a fearful mind. Fear comes from weakness. Courage comes from strength. When your chest expands, when your spine is straight, when your grip is firm, you feel a natural surge of confidence. This is the biology of bravery, the sin of neglect. To neglect the body is a sin. Yes, I call it a sin. Why? Because this human birth is a rare opportunity. You have been given this boat to cross the ocean of life. If you poke holes in the boat through laziness and neglect, you will sink. And not only will you sink, you will drag those around you down with you. A man who is constantly sick, constantly tired, constantly complaining of aches and pains. Can he help others? Can he serve the poor? Can he protect his family? No. He becomes a burden. He becomes a drain on the resources of society. I want you to be a dynamo of energy. I want you to be able to work for 20 hours if needed and not collapse. I want you to have an overflow of vitality. So, what must you do? First, move. Do not sit like statues of despair. Move this body. Run, jump, play, lift weights, swim. Do whatever makes the blood rush through your veins. Physical weakness is the enemy of religion. Second, stand tall. Look at your posture right now. Are you slouching? Are you collapsing into yourself? This is the posture of defeat. Straighten your spine. In yoga, we say the spinal cord is the main highway of spiritual energy. Keep it straight. Face the world with your head held high. Third, breathe. Most of you are only using a fraction of your lungs. You take shallow little breaths, like a dying bird. How can you have life if you do not have breath? Breathe deeply. Fill your lungs with the prana, the vital force of the universe. Fourth, eat for strength, not for tongue. Do not make your stomach a graveyard. Eat food that gives you strength and clarity, not food that makes you dull and lazy. My friends, I am not asking you to become bodybuilders for the sake of vanity. I am not asking you to obsess over the shape of your muscles for a photograph. That is also a form of bondage. I am asking you to build a fortress. I want you to say to your body, "You are my servant. You must be strong. You must be ready to serve the highest ideal." The ancients said, "Nayam atma balahinana labhya." This self is not to be attained by the weak. Memorize this. Write it on the walls of your room. If you are physically weak, you cannot realize the truth. The nervous system must be strong enough to bear the shock of spiritual realization. If you poured 1,000 volts of electricity into a thin wire, what would happen? The wire would burn. Spiritual energy is high voltage. If you want to hold the power of the universe in your mind, you must first build a wire, a body that can handle the current. But remember this, a strong body is only the foundation. It is the basement of the temple, not the altar. We build the basement so that the structure can stand. We do not live in the basement. Once the body is strong, we must turn our attention to the master of the body, the mind. For what is the use of a giant's strength if the mind is a slave to fear? What is the use of muscles of iron if the will is made of jelly? We have spoken of the instrument. Now, let us speak of the player. We have spoken of the chariot. Now, let us speak of the charioteer. Let us now enter the fortress of the mind and learn how to cast out the greatest enemy of mankind, fear. The mental fortress, casting out fear. We enter now, the battlefield of the mind. If you look deep into your heart, if you are truly honest with yourself, what is the one emotion that rules your life? Is it love? No. Is it peace? No. It is fear. Fear of failure. Fear of poverty. Fear of death. Fear of what the neighbors will say. Fear of losing your job. Fear of being alone. You are constantly trembling. You are like a man walking on a tightrope, terrified that the wind will blow him over. I tell you, this fear is the greatest sin. The Upanishads, the great scriptures of our ancestors. If you squeeze them like a fruit, the juice that comes out is just one word, just one mighty word. Abhi. Be fearless. If there is one word that comes out of the Vedas like the roar of a bomb bursting upon the masses of darkness, it is this word, fearlessness. Why? Because fear is the root of all evil. It is fear that makes you lie. It is fear that makes you selfish. It is fear that creates superstition. It is fear that makes you bow down to tyrants. The moment you fear, you are nobody. You are a slave. The monkeys of Varanasi. Let me tell you a story from my own life, a lesson I learned many years ago. I was in Varanasi. the holy city. I was passing through a place where there was a large tank of water on one side and a high wall on the other. It was a narrow path, and there were many monkeys there. The monkeys of Varanasi are huge, and sometimes they can be very aggressive. As I was walking, they did not like my presence. They began to screech and howl. One of them came towards me. I stepped back. Seeing me retreat, he became bolder. He shrieked louder. Then others came. They started to pursue me. I began to walk faster. They ran faster. I began to run. They ran after me, biting at my heels, shrieking, tearing at my clothes. I was terrified. I was running for my life, wondering how to escape these demons. Suddenly, I heard a voice. An old sannyasin, a monk, was standing nearby. He saw my plight. He did not tell me to run faster. He did not tell me to pray. He shouted out in a loud voice, "Face the brutes!" The words hit me like lightning. "Face the brutes!" I stopped dead in my tracks. I turned around. I stood firm, and I looked those screaming monkeys straight in the eyes. I did not move an inch. And what happened? The moment I turned and faced them, they fell back. They stopped their shrieking, and in a few seconds, they turned tail and fled. The lesson for your life. My friends, this is the lesson for your whole life. Face the brutes. Face the brutes of your life. What is it that is chasing you? Is it debt? Face it. Is it a difficult relationship? Face it. Is it the memory of a past failure? Face it. Is it the fear of the future? Turn around and look it in the eye. Like the monkeys, the hardships of life seem terrible only when we run from them. The more you run, the more they will chase you. The more you run, the bigger they seem. But the moment you stop, the moment you plant your feet and say, "Come, do your worst, I am here," you will see the shadows vanish. You will see that the monsters were nothing but your own imagination. The cause of fear. But ask yourself, why are we afraid? We are afraid because we think we are these little bodies. I am Mr. So-and-so. I am 5 feet tall. I have this much money. I can get hurt. I can die. As long as you think you are the body, fear will never leave you. The body is fragile. It can be destroyed in a second. If you identify with the body, you are building your house on sand. But you are not the body. Stand up and say, "I am the spirit. I am the Atman. I am the infinite." Can the sword cut the spirit? No. Can the fire burn the spirit? No. Can the water drown the spirit? No. Can poverty touch the spirit? Can insults touch the spirit? No. When you realize who you truly are, fear vanishes like mist before the sun. Think of it. If you are the ocean, can you be afraid of a wave? If you are the sun, can you be afraid of a cloud? You are the ocean. You are the sun. But you have forgotten it. You are playing the part of a beggar, crying for a few crumbs of comfort, when you are the king, the practice of strength. So, how do we practice this mental strength? First, stop weeping. I hate to see this weeping and wailing. Oh, I am so miserable. Oh, life is so unfair. Stop it. It does not become you. You are lions. Does a lion weep? If you have failed 40 times, it does not matter. Get up and fail the 41st time, but do so like a man. Do so with your head high. Second, reject weak thoughts. Watch your mind. The moment a weak thought comes, "I can't do this. It's too hard. I am afraid." Crush it. Do not let it take root. Replace it instantly with a thought of strength. Say to yourself, "I can, I will, I am power." Third, do the thing you fear. This is the only way to break the chain. Are you afraid of public speaking? Speak. Are you afraid of being alone? Sit alone in a room for an hour. Are you afraid of the dark? Go into the dark. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. the mental atmosphere. You must create an atmosphere of strength around you. The history of the world is the history of a few men who had faith in themselves. That faith calls out the divinity within. You can do anything. You fail only when you do not strive sufficiently to manifest infinite power. As soon as a man or a nation loses faith in himself, death comes. Believe first in yourself, then believe in God. A handful of strong men, strong in the body, strong in the mind, and fearless in the heart, can move the world. Are you one of them, or will you continue to run from the monkeys? The choice is yours. You can run and be bitten for the rest of your life, or you can turn, face the brutes, and be free. Now, you have a strong body. Now, you have a fearless mind. But strength and fearlessness, without direction, are dangerous. A wild horse is strong, but without a bridle, it is useless. It creates chaos. We need focus. We need will. We need the power of concentration. How do we take this energy, this fire we have ignited, and channel it into a laser beam that can cut through any obstacle? Let us speak of the secret of work. Let us speak of the power of focus. The secret of will, man-making. We have built the strong body, the temple's foundation. We have cast out the ghost of fear, the mind's great tormentor. Now comes the vital work, the work that separates the dreamer from the doer, the work that transforms potential energy into realized destiny. We must learn to command the mind. We must forge the will. What is the single greatest weakness in the modern world? It is not lack of ability, it is the lack of focus. You have 100 ideas, but you accomplish none. You start 10 projects, but you finish 2. Your energy is scattered like buckshot, hitting nothing of consequence. Your mind, my friends, is not a servant, it is a madman, the mad monkey. Our ancient philosophy describes the human mind perfectly. It is likened to a monkey. The monkey, by its very nature, is restless. But imagine this monkey. It is drunk on wine, which makes it even more agitated. Then, as if that were not enough, it is stung by a scorpion, which adds a burning, consuming pain. And finally, a demon enters the monkey and possesses it. This is the state of your mind. It is naturally restless. It is drunk on the wine of desire, running after every pleasure. It is stung by the scorpion of jealousy and worry, constantly comparing and agonizing. And it is possessed by the demon of the ego, always thinking, I. How can such a mind achieve anything great? How can such a mind realize the infinite? It cannot. It is a chaos engine. The gospel of concentration, the great secret of all success in life, in business, in art, in service, or in spiritual realization, lies in concentration. The difference between a genius and an ordinary man is not in talent, but in the power of focus. The ordinary man scatters his light like a cheap torch. It illuminates nothing clearly. The genius collects all his scattered light and focuses it like a burning glass upon one point, and it instantly burns a hole through whatever he targets. We must make the scattered energy of the monkey mind into the single brilliant beam of the diamond cutter. This is not magic. This is science. This is Raja Yoga, the science of controlling the mind. And the practice is simple, though not easy. I give you the key to mastering your own fate. Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it. Dream of it. Live on that idea. Let the brain, the muscles, the nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. If you are a student, let your whole mind be absorbed in your studies. If you are a businessman, let your entire energy be directed towards the success of your honorable work. If you are an artist, let nothing else exist but your art. This is not fanaticism, this is power. When the mind becomes perfectly one-pointed, it gains immense force. You today live in a world of distraction. Your smart devices make your minds weak. They train you to jump from one fleeting sensation to the next. They teach you to love shallowness and hate depth. I say, throw off these mental crutches. Refuse to be a slave to every notification and every passing whim. Be the master of your attention. The work is the worship, and what should this single, focused idea be? It must be a man-making ideal. It must be something that makes you strong and serves others. This brings us to the dignity of action, karma yoga. Many people hate their work. They see their job as a necessary evil, a burden to be tolerated so they can enjoy the weekend. This is a tragedy. This breeds weakness. I preach that work is worship. Do your duty without any desire for the fruit of that duty. This is the secret of peace amidst intense action. You are struggling, perhaps, to build a business. Do not think about the money. Think about the excellence of your product. Think about the service you are rendering. The moment you become obsessed with the result, the profit, the promotion, the award, you inject poison into your work. You become attached. And where there is attachment, there is worry. Where there is worry, there is weakness. Be dedicated to the process. Do every action, whether it is cleaning the floor, writing a complex code, or preparing a meal, as if it were the highest form of prayer. Be utterly intense in your effort, but utterly detached from the outcome. The result is not yours to control. The effort is. Give the best of yourself, and then step back. This detachment gives you a will that is unbreakable because it is never disappointed. The power of self-discipline. This forging of the will requires discipline, rigorous, constant discipline. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the road to freedom. You must avoid the little indulgences that eat away at your strength, the late nights that steal your energy, the pointless gossip that drains your mind, the moments of indecision that paralyze your action. Remember the first principle. Anything that makes you weak, reject it. If you cannot conquer your small, bad habits, how will you conquer the great challenges of life? If your will is too weak to get you out of bed on time, how can it move mountains? Practice self-mastery in small things. Get up early. Take a cold bath. Read a challenging book. Finish the uncomfortable task first. Every time you choose the hard path over the easy one, you are adding another muscle fiber to your will. You are sharpening your spiritual sword. The one who has conquered his own mind has conquered the whole universe. This concentrated will, driven by a selfless ideal, is what turns an ordinary man into an unstoppable force. It is the core of man-making, anticipating the doubt. You may be thinking, but Swamiji, all this work, all this discipline, will it not make me hard and cold? Will I lose my softness? I say, nonsense. Who is truly compassionate? Is it the weak, weeping man who has no energy even to feed himself? No. It is the strong man. It is the disciplined man who has conserved his energy. It is the man who has focused his will, who has the strength to lift the suffering of the world upon his shoulders. Discipline does not destroy compassion. It gives you the capacity to act upon it. Self-control gives you the power to endure the pain of others without collapsing. Be hard as a diamond for yourself, but soft as a flower for others. That is the ideal. Forge your will today. Take up your great idea. Concentrate all your fire upon it. The world does not yield to scattered effort. It yields to the focused, burning intensity of a powerful will. Now, we have the body. We have the fearlessness. And we have the focused will. But all this strength needs an engine to drive it. A profound conviction that what we are doing is not only possible, but our divine birthright. The ultimate source of all power is not the muscle or the mind or the will. It is faith. Faith in the infinite goodness, and above all, faith in yourself. Let us now speak of Shraddha, the new religion of self-belief. Faith in oneself, the new religion. We have labored hard, my friends. We have built the body of iron. We have forged the mind of steel. We have channeled the chaotic energy into the singular point of the will. But I tell you this, all this striving, all this discipline is like pouring water into a leaky vessel unless you possess the fundamental, foundational principle of all life. And that principle is faith. But I do not speak merely of faith in a book, or faith in a dogma, or faith in a remote abstract God in the skies. I speak of faith in yourself. In the old days, the old religion taught he is an atheist who does not believe in God. But the new religion, the religion of strength, the religion of the Atman, this religion declares he is the atheist who does not believe in himself. This is the great, powerful truth I bring to you. Why? Because the God you are seeking is not somewhere outside. He is the soul of your soul. He is the essence of your being. To deny your own divinity is to deny God. To doubt your own power is to doubt the power of the universe. Where does all strength come from? Where does courage originate? Where does creativity flow from? It is from the limitless, unmanifested spirit within you. When you have perfect, uncompromising faith in that spirit, you become unstoppable. The whole history of the world is the history of a few men and women who had faith in themselves. That faith called out the divinity within. Look at the giants of history. Did they succeed because they were born luckier than you? No. They succeeded because they believed in their idea when no one else did. They had that burning, magnificent shraddha, that intense conviction in their power to achieve, to transform, to endure. If you have faith in 300 millions of gods and in all the books ever written, and yet have no faith in yourself, you are lost. You cannot be saved. You cannot achieve greatness. The hypnotism of weakness must end. We have spent our entire lives, as I said, under the hypnotism of weakness. We have been told we are poor, we are weak, we are failures. You must hypnotize yourselves back into strength. Every morning, before you allow a single thought of doubt to enter your fortress, stand up, look into the mirror, and repeat these words with conviction until they burn into your very bones. I am the Spirit. I fear nothing. I am infinite power. I am not bound by any past failure or any present circumstance. I can and I will achieve my purpose. Repeat this. Make this your mantra. Use your will to drive this thought into your subconscious mind until it becomes your natural operating principle. You are the creator of your own destiny. You are the only person who can limit your potential. If you think you are weak, weak you will be. If you think you are strong, strong you become. This is the law, immutable and constant. If you bring 5 rupees worth of faith in yourself, you will get 5 rupees worth of success. If you bring 5,000 rupees worth of faith, you will get 5,000 rupees worth of success. Dare to believe that you are a powerhouse of energy. Dare to believe that you are the eternal, the perfect, the free, the unity of action and contemplation. Now the critic in the audience may say, Swamiji, you preach action and strength, but you also speak of the Atman and God. Are these not contradictory? Should I be a warrior or a meditator? I say, they are one and the same. This realization of the Atman, this knowledge of your divine nature, is not a ticket to running away from the world. It is the fuel that allows you to engage with the world fearlessly. The moment you realize you are the immortal spirit, you are free from fear of death, free from fear of loss, free from the desire for praise. You become the true karma yogi, one who acts tirelessly for the welfare of the world, but whose heart remains utterly peaceful. When you work, do not think about the outcome. Think only, I am the servant of the divine within all beings. This action is my worship. The strength you gain from meditation and knowledge must be expressed in the market, in the factory, in the field, in the hospital, and in the family. That is practical Vedanta. That is spirituality in action. Be intensely active, but deeply peaceful. Be furiously efficient, but utterly detached. This is the goal of human endeavor, to unite the strength of the will with the peace of the spirit. And when this infinite power is awakened within you, what is its purpose? Is it merely for your own comfort? No, that would be a small, selfish use of a cosmic force. The highest expression of self-faith is service. You must use your colossal strength, your iron will, your fearlessness, not to accumulate things, but to lift the burdens of others, to see God in the poor, to see God in the weak, to see God in the downtrodden. That is the highest worship. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. If you want to know yourself, go out and serve. If you want to forget your small miseries, go out and help someone with a great misery. The moment you step outside the prison of your own ego, your anxiety vanishes. Be a channel of blessing. Be a conduit of strength. Use your power to create power in others. This is the whole message. Believe in yourself, manifest the divinity, and use that power for the good of the world. My friends, the time for talk is over. We have analyzed the disease. We have identified the cure. We have spoken of the body of iron. We have spoken of the mind of steel. We have spoken of the will of fire. And we have spoken of the faith that moves mountains. Now, there is only one thing left to do. Act. Do not let these words be merely a pleasant entertainment for your ears. Do not let this hour be just another fleeting memory. If you leave this hall and go back to your old ways, back to your weeping, back to your fear, back to your smallness, then we have wasted our time. You must take this fire, and you must burn down the prison of your limitations. It is never too late. I hear the whisper in your mind, "But Swamiji, I am old. I have failed so many times. I have wasted so many years. Is it not too late for me?" I say to you, no. It is never too late to ask, who am I? It is never too late to realize the infinite. The past is dead. Bury it. Do not carry the corpse of your past mistakes on your shoulders. It smells. It rots. Drop it. You are the self. The self has no age. The self has no history. The self is the eternal now. From this very moment, you can be a new man. You can be a new woman. If you have failed 1,000 times, make the attempt once more. The only true failure is to stop trying. The only true death is the death of hope. The vision of the future. I see a future. I see it clearly before my eyes. I see a generation of lions rising in this world. I see men and women who are physically strong, who radiate health and vitality. I see minds that are calm, focused, and fearless. Minds that cannot be shaken by the storms of the market or the chaos of society. I see hearts that are vast, filled with love, filled with the desire to serve the poor and the broken. I see you. I see the sleeping divinity waking up within you. I see the light beginning to shine in your eyes. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for your strength. There is so much misery to be healed. There is so much darkness to be dispelled. Who will do it, if not you? Do not look to the politicians. Do not look to the rich. Do not look to the skies. Look to your own hands. Look to your own soul. You are the saviors. You are the gods of this earth, the final command. Therefore, my final words to you are the words of the eternal Upanishads, the words that have rung through the corridors of time, the words that woke me, and the words that must wake you. Arise. Arise from this hypnosis of weakness. Arise from this slumber of mediocrity. Stand up on your feet and be men. Awake. Awake to your true nature. Awake to the power that is already yours. Stop dreaming small dreams. You are the emperors of the universe. And stop not till the goal is reached. What is the goal? Freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from doubt. Freedom from the illusion of I and mine. To manifest the divinity within you and to help others manifest it too. Go back to your homes, but do not go back to your sleep. Go back to your jobs, but work like masters, not slaves. Go back to your families, but love them with the strength of a lion, not the attachment of a beggar. Let every breath you take, let every step you walk, let every word you speak declare the glory of the Spirit. Make your nerves strong. Make your will unbreakable. Make your faith unshakable. The power is yours. The glory is yours. The future is yours. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. May the strength of the infinite be with you. May you be free from fear. May you realize the truth.